You clicked on this video because you think options trading is gambling and you thought I was going to prove it to you, but I can think the complete opposite. I think options trading is not gambling, and I'm going to give you several reasons why so you can take control over your options trading and get a strategic edge over the stock market. So yes, there are some similarities in stock options trading and the casino, right? So let's look at roulette, for example. There is some similarities if you were to say, okay, with roulette, they give you a board of all the previous times that the dice or the ball has landed. So when you're looking at where the ball has landed, if you see it's landed on red 4 times in a row, and that's your technical analysis of gambling of roulette, and you say, okay, 4 reds in a row, it's gonna hit black this time. You put your money big on black and you lose again. Well, that's because it's very similar to if you were buying naked calls in the option and the stock has gone down 4 days in a row and you think it's gotta come back up, and guess what? The stock goes down for a 5th day in a row. When you're looking at gambling as the stock market and the stock market as the roulette table, yes, I can see some similarities there. But when they spin the wheel in roulette, and that ball is going in a circle and you have all your money on black and you see that ball start slowly doop, 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 and it's getting real close to that red, you have no way to stop this. There's no chance. In the stock market, if you're in a naked call option and the stock is going down, 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 you can exit the trade before the break of the downtrend there. So you have control over your stocks. You don't have control over the ball. Having control is the most important piece when we're talking about the difference between gambling and trading in the stock market. In roulette, you simply choose red, black, a number, or a different line across a board. That's it. There's no real control there once you put your chips down. It's a very simple strategy. If we're thinking of the stock market in the wide, vast world of options derivatives, you have multiple advanced strategies in your toolkit at your disposal at any time. If you've ever followed any poker channel or watch a late night poker trading, you know who Phil Hellmuth is. He's a loudmouth, he's annoying, but he's won over a dozen tournaments. How is that possible if it's just gambling? It's not. He has a strategic way of winning over a course of decades that tells me that it's not gambling to a sense. It is a strategic way. In poker, if you were to play and get pocket kings, the very next hand, if you were to get the same pocket kings, you would have to play that hand possibly different based on the blinds, the ante, your position, what the other players did. It's very similar to options. If you enter a trade based on the same setup, you might have to take the trade differently. And that's because you have to keep that strategic edge and control over your trades just like you would over your poker hand. With these analogies, it seems it's very similar, right? There is a lot of similarities, but without the control, there's nothing. Some of the similarities, because you are playing with a money-based element, with the desire to make more of it, right? That the outcome that you want is the same. You would like to make profit based on your good bet or based on your good trade. So the result might be very similar in that I want to win, but the way you get there, I would disagree all day long that it's the same. Why is there a reputation that the stock market is gambling? Well, to me, it's my opinion that it's from the losers, right? I feel like when people come into the stock market and they lose money, they try to protect themselves and defend their decision-making process that led them to that result. So I think what it is they come in the market, a lot of people, they lose their money, and then they go off and say, the stock market is just gambling, and they're telling other people not to do it because it's based on their personal experience. But I don't believe that's true, because you have people who have been trading the stock market for years and have proven consistency over time, and how is that possible if it's just gambling? Look, listen, if you want to be a gambler and you want to be a degenerate, you can go into the stock options market. You can wait for earnings season. You could put it all on calls and you could turn 10 grand into 100 or to zero overnight. It can be a casino if you want it to be. But If you want to have a strategic long-term goal and replace that 9 to 5 or any kind of goals that you want to hit, you can also do that as well. The final difference between stock options and gambling is you. You can make it not gambling. You can be a successful trader. If you're willing to put in the hard work and the time, the dedication to make it yours and be successful, you can be. I have been trading options for years now, full time, very profitable, and I have my own set rules and guidelines that allow me to keep doing what I love. You can do the same. But what does that take to make this mine, to be successful long term? Well, first off, it takes risk management. It takes emotional management. It takes education. It takes hard work and long time consistency. If you come over to Max Options Trading, you're going to get most of those things. You're going to learn about risk management, emotional management, because we're not here to sugarcoat shit for you. We're here to educate you, teach you how to be a long-term successful options trader. So come on over to MOT and let us figure out how to turn that casino gambling mindset you have into a strategic edge over the stock market. You're taking a look at Big Daddy Max's hair right now and you're wondering, is Big Daddy Max the host at a strip club? Ladies and gentlemen, now introducing Cinnamon to the stage. Or is Big Daddy Max about to bust out WWE? Or is Big Daddy Max simply just a rock and roll fucking legend from the 80s who's about to hairband thrash the shit out of it? You decide.